But I mean, what we are talking here about more would be the later on, what happens when people are fully qualified and have worked 5-10 years. And these two vignettes, or these two examples in the paper about the super shrinks, illustrate that quite nicely. That some people can have a success rate of as low as 20%, and others get 70%, which is a huge difference between practitioners.
Yes, I mean, I think that, let me just say in passing that just because you're trained, we shouldn't assume a high level of skill, and we shouldn't assume that you should stop recording. I mean, what I like doing, for example, we may get to talk about this a little later, I don't know it in the series, but one of the things I enjoy doing the most is doing live demonstrations of CBT on volunteers for an audience who are prepared to talk about, some real problems in front of that audience. And then after the interview's over, we actually kind of throw the floor open to, people. And quite often that's the first time they've ever seen psychotherapy. They read books, they, see sort of videos, and some of those videos, I think can be staged. So I think that the important thing is that, even if you're experienced, you should, shouldn't stop recording. But, in a sense, for me, the essence of being a super shrink is to be flexible and to be able to tailor your particular approach to certain dimensions like the client's learning style, the client's speed of learning, which particular psychological modalities, and I'm talking about, is a person, sort of utilizing imagery more than actually verbal form, and being able to actually, in a sense, speak the client's language in terms of being quite attuned to nuances in words. And rather than, and this is why I'm a little bit concerned about the idea of manualized therapy, because manualized therapy for me is constraining. And I'm talking about, for me, the defining features of a super shrink, if you can use that terminology, is being able to open up and to respond, and to almost invent ways of putting things on the spot. I think that being able to think with clarity on the spot, with creativity, for me, is a defining feature of a super shrink.